Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Dean Hassel, and I'm here to talk to you today about lighting. Potentially be a good intro. Lighting. We're talking about lighting today. Lighting is like the most important thing when it comes to film and photography. And it just so happens that I have just recently purchased myself 2 new lights which I wanted to show off. Y'all enjoying this weather, by the way? It was raining earlier, but now it's warm. God damn you, sun! I mean, I love you, but like, you know, just cool it down a little bit. So I've been through like a whole spectrum cycle of different lighting throughout my photography and film career. So I'm going to showcase the different amounts of lights that I've had during this time. Luckily, I've kept all of them, actually. I was expecting to throw some away, but turns out I haven't. So you guys get to see them all. If you're looking at getting into film and photography, lighting is going to be your hands. So that you can't work without your hands, and you can't work without lighting. If you had no light, you have no picture. And if you have no picture, you have no content. And if you have no content, you have no audience. And if you have no audience, you have no dream. Well, depends on how you see it. Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and film this in the correct frame rate from now on. Call myself a filmmaker. Anyway, getting back on track, lighting. So I first bought my first pair of lights when I was doing TikTok. That's it, I'm moving to the moon. Anyway, so the first pair of box lights that I got were from Amazon. They don't particularly have a brand, I don't think. I think they cost me about £65 on Amazon. I got them way back in like 2018 when my TikTok account started to kind of blow up a little bit. I decided then that's when I should probably invest in some lighting. I used to have to deal with like top-down lighting, which was quite hard to work with. So they were good to start off with, you know. I thought they were absolutely fantastic because I'd never used box lights before. I also purchased 2 bulbs to go with them. Obviously, they don't come with the bulbs, so you have to purchase them with it. So the Kelvin was a bit lower than ones that I purchased later on. Not a bad start, honestly. They came with the just a standard on-off button as well. Nothing too fancy, just 2 box lights to see through my TikTok videos. That's all I was using them for at the time, and they were great for the longest time. Until quite recently, I think maybe at the start of 2020, so they actually lasted me 2 years. Granted, they're kind of falling off, like one of the box lights doesn't actually stay on the stand anymore. Like I said, a great start, would definitely recommend. For such a cheap price as well, I would definitely recommend to you guys who are starting out doing some cinematography or some filmmaking or even photography. You know, just a constant light is good to have. So I think it was in about 2019 that I decided that it's time to upgrade. I started getting some new gear. I got myself a new camera. I got myself a microphone, a gimbal. I got loads of stuff, and I thought to myself, okay, it's time to upgrade the lighting. And I made a slight boo-boo. I actually went cheaper than what I had before. So I saw these lights on Amazon, and I thought to myself, okay, there's 2 lights. There's square LEDs. They look really cool. Not only that, but they've got some gels that go with it. So I was like, okay, wow. You know, some RGB stuff would be really good, like to have some different color schemes going on. Wait, what? They're 60 quid. I never paid 60 quid for these. Did I? I could have sworn I bought them for like 20 quid. However, they're now saying that they're 60 quid. In fact, let me go get them for you. Here, let me just... Yeah, it's tiny. It's pretty much a desk light. I mean, okay, yeah, sure, you can extend it if it doesn't fall down, you know. The wire is attached to the screen itself. You get a little diffuser that comes with it as well. I mean, granted, the gels were okay. Like, it was good to have a little bit of background colorage. I decided to use the blue gels first, and they kind of melted. They are dimmable as well, however, you do have to use it as a USB port. I mean, they get kind of bright, but it's really just not that great. It was really funny, it was a lesson learned. I thought it was time to have some more color into lighting, so that was just an experiment. Hopefully you guys don't make the same mistake I did. So after crying for about a week at my last set of lights, I decided to try some more. So I had another look through Amazon, and I found a really nice set of lights. However, always read the description. Me being the complete and utter arse that I am, I actually purchased some photography lights, not film lights. This was an issue because they only worked with a flash. And I don't use flashes. I like a constant light. That's just my personal preference. So on the description from Amazon, you get the 3 lights. They obviously come with 2 box lights, one with an umbrella stand as well. And you also get a selection of gels to go with that as well, which is, again, what I was looking for. The little ones didn't suit, so I decided to go bigger and better. So I got excited again and I checked them out on Amazon and I bought them. So it was £160 for all that gear, which I thought was a reasonable price. So I unboxed it all when I got home, and it turns out that they weren't continuous lighting. It was just flash. This completely broke my heart because I was so ready for some more lights. I did not want to use the £65 lights that I'd been using for 2 years. So not only failing once, I failed twice on trying to get my second set of lights. Please, for the love of God, do not follow in my footsteps. It was kind of hilarious. I did send them back. I got a full refund, which is great. And those were the Neewer 750 watt lights. So again, searching through Amazon, looking for box lights, not LEDs, preferably some color as well, although not a necessity at this point. And what did I stumble upon? I stumbled upon the Andoa lighting kit. Now this was actually a good purchase for the first time in 2 years. It was a set of 3 box lights which all came with 4 bulbs to go in each one. Not only that, it did come with a green screen as well. Granted, it's not the best green screen in the world. It is very creased, and I don't really use much green screen work at the minute. However, it was still a nice option to have. So after spending about an hour putting all these lights together, they have a half setting and a full setting, just for a difference in brightness there. It was a higher number in Kelvin as well than my last 2 lights, which was interesting to work with. The diffusion on the screen as well is very, very good. I would definitely recommend these to anybody who's sort of like intermediate level sort of photography and film. I wonder how fast I can down this glass of juice. So I got all this gear for like £110, which in reality isn't that bad because you're getting 3 box lights and a green screen. And it also comes with like all the bulbs that you're gonna need. So top marks for Andoa. So then I went to Amazon again, but this time I was looking at lights that did a little bit more in the color area of lighting. And oh boy, have I found something that's pretty damn cool. So my new recent purchase are these 2 lights, the one that's on my left right now and the one in the background that you can see over there. It is the Neewer 2 packs RGB LED lights, and there is so much to offer with these lights. Yes, the price is very high. I am going to mention that now. So in the pack I got these 2 lights that are fully customizable in coloring. You can do so many colors with this, it's amazing. So the one on my left over here, which I mentioned, is on a 3700 Kelvin. I haven't really experimented too much with Kelvin yet because I've only had the 1 setting on the old box lights. However, this is going to be really fun to play around with the different Kelvin and to see what sort of cool things that I can come up with for different colors as well. There are a couple of pre-settings on there as well. You've got police lights, which is really, really cool. You've got party mode, which is really good. It's sort of like a spectrum cycling sort of deal. And finally, you do have a thunder and lightning setting as well, which is actually a lot better than I thought it'd be. So not only can you play around with the colors on these lights, they also are portable because they can run off batteries, which is also what brought the price up as well for these. If you are looking to do it portable, you can get the batteries to go with them as well, which is what I did. So with those 2 sets of batteries, that bumped the price up to around about £308. Yes, it is expensive, but the amount that you can do with these lights is so far beyond anything that I've ever done before, and I can't wait to get creative and see what sort of things that I can come up with. One of the main issues that I came across when filming, trying to make my own sort of content, is that these box lights weren't portable. So we were shooting in a barn once, and we was rapidly running out of light, which wasn't great, obviously, because because we need light to film. And that's when I sort of started thinking to myself, okay, do I need a form of external sort of power source so I can plug these lights into it? But now I don't have to, because these guys, they've got batteries and they're completely portable. Not only that, but they do last a good while as well. These have been on for a good while and they're still going. Maybe I'll do like a full-on test run of full brightness to see how long they last or something. But definitely a massive plus, especially when you're filmmaking, because these are portable. A lot better than this thing, which is again also newer, but it's just a very, very small, cheap version of these lights to some extent. Not only are these guys battery powered though, if you do want to plug them into a power source, you can. They do provide a power source cable that comes with it as well, which is insanely cool because now you have both options. So not only are they portable, not only do they have various amounts of colors to use, you can also use it on your phone. Check it out, I can move it all the way around and have so many different colors. They've also got slider bars as well for the hues, so I can scroll through all the hues here as well. It's got a slider bar for saturation, so something like this, you know, is a lot more intense than something along the lines of that. You can control the Kelvin as well, so we can go straight up to 5,600 and then we can bring it all the way back down to 3,200. Just at the slide of my finger. We can also put the different modes on, so we've got police mode, party mode, and thunder and lightning, which can all be controlled off your phone, which is insane, by the way. This is like lazy man's lighting, but so efficient. So that about wraps it up for the lighting. Now, if any of you are remotely interested in my personal life, my hours of work have recently changed, which is why we're not seeing a lot of content recently. Still unsure whether that's going to be a permanent fixture or not. So if you are worried about content, I apologize. I'm going to try and get a little bit more on it again. Same goes for TikTok as well. But I feel like with these new lights, it's given me sort of a drive to do a little bit more because I've got that more creative space to use. So that is it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you get something out of it, and hopefully you won't make the mistakes that I made. Definitely look forward to using these in the future. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully I will see you soon in a new video. Okay, bye!